You know, there's times in life when stuff happens that we think is bad, but sometimes there's a silver lining. Sometimes it's for the good. You can make lemons out of lemonade. Let me show you one of these times, one of the things that happens to me, maybe not every year, but a lot, and I try to use it to my advantage. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So just about every year, my pond goes way down. It's not spring fed. It is fed by whatever is upstream, and right now that pond is way down. Now this is the middle of winter. This pond should be absolutely full and overflowing. The little white space over there, which is the spillway where the white rocks are over there, and it is not. It was a really wet spring last year, a really dry summer, and a really dry fall, and it has so far been a really dry winter. And for that reason, we just, the pond has gone way down. Now I do have a well that is solar powered, and it's pumping right now. I can see it, there's my little, where it comes out right there, the spigot. It's pumping down the hill, down into the pond. But it's just not enough to keep up with the seepage. I would say it's more seepage than in anything else, simply because it's wintertime and we don't probably have a lot of evaporation. So it's just not keeping up with it. And of course the cows are drinking out of it. We got a bunch of cows up there on the hill. That's where they drink from when they're on this side, and they're on this side most of the winter here. But what I have done over the years is come down in here when the pond does go dry. I'll come in here and start gathering dirt, start getting dirt, bringing it up to the house, or to fill in some low places on the land. I'll try to make a note of it as I'm driving across the land in the spring, in the summer, whatever, and I hit a rut, or I hit a bump or a hole or something. I try to make note of that and look at the contour of the land and see where places need to be filled in. A lot of places up by the house, around the house, I've used this pond, the dirt from this pond, to build my barn up there, and that sun is going to be in your eyeballs. So, but that barn, the back side of that barn, this side of the barn is probably at least 24, if not 30 inches off the ground, because my land slopes so bad. And I came in here and I used all of this. I used a lot of this dirt to make a level pad for that barn and for other projects. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes if you've got a pond and it goes down and you say, dadgummit, I want a nice full pond, I want it to be pretty. I hear you, dadgum, I do too. I understand that. So, but what I have learned to do is come in here if needed, and most of the times I can find a hole or find something that needs to be filled in. I told my neighbor about it, and his pond is right over there, right about there, and he did the same thing. He said he got 30, 40 loads from his pond and brought them up to his house and brought them up to around the corral in the garden, around, the outskirts of the garden and such. And he took advantage of what I'm telling you he has done, and you should do too. If you've got some land, you've got a pond, and it does go down. Yes, we tried to seal his and mine, and has done better, because this pond has gone down to nothing in the summertime, some horrible summertimes. So, what the sealing we did helped, but it didn't. I would have had to spend lots and lots of money sealing this with that product that I use. But if you've got a pond and you're lamenting the fact that it's down, especially if you're in the South, a lot of the South hadn't got very much rain this winter. I know we haven't here in Texas. Use that time, if you got a tractor, if you got a way to do it, use that time to get you some of the dirt. You're accomplishing two things. You're getting dirt for your projects, coming here scooping it up, and you're also you're digging your pond deeper. You're going in there making it deeper. So to me, it's a win-win. I would much rather be looking at a full pond because it's just so pretty. But at the same time, it's just nice to go out there and get dirt to do what the projects you need dirt to do. I've got quite a bit of footage of me doing that. I'm wearing a mic, I'm talking to you, and so let me just show you that right now, and then we'll come back. Now I'm sure at first glance you think this is mighty ugly, and you're right, it is. However, this is going to be underwater hopefully in a few weeks. Get that seatbelt back on. Give you a few tips. First of all, always four-wheel drive, lower gear, probably I'm gonna go like second, low range, and then just get that bucket down, maybe 45, maybe not quite. Get a little juice, go in, and then as you get down, you start feeling that bucket getting full, the wheels start spinning, start curling the bucket up. While you're curling the bucket up, start picking the boom up, picking the loader up. So down. My front wheels are pretty much off the ground right now. A lot of downforce. Get in. Get a load. That's a pretty full load. It's going to spin a little bit, probably going back out, maybe. Depends on how wet it is. And then because I'm on a hillside, I'm not going, I'm coming up here and I'm going backwards. I want to be able to go up the hillside straight up, not at an angle. Where the camera's sitting right now is an angle, and I just don't want to drive on an angle like that. That's when you can tip over, when you've got a big load especially. Now if you do get down there and get stuck, use your loader to get yourself out. First of all, go down in there and get you a good load. And right here I got stuck. I drop the load, raise it up, dump the load, and then you can always use the bucket. Go push the bucket down, and as you're going in reverse, down and back out. Stop, down, back out. And use the bucket to help push you out, push you backwards. So, just an easy way to do it. Pretty spongy right there where all the tire tracks are. Again, I'm turning around so I don't have to climb the hill at an angle. And so I don't have to climb the hill backwards. My point in doing this was to show you that sometimes when things don't look like you want them to look, things may look bad, or things may look like it's not the way you want it. You can change that and use that to your advantage. You've heard the old adage, make lemons out of lemonade. Sometimes you got to squeeze a little bit, but you can definitely take a situation that is not perfect or not something that you really want it to be, and make it right. Almost got stuck right then. I may not do that again. So as you can see, it's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of diesel. But what I did with the majority of it, I did some up by the house. I had some ruts and things to fill in, but the majority of it came right here. It's a place where Let me back up a little bit. Maybe you can see a little bit better. It's just a place that falls off. This is where my backyard basically is. It's a place that just falls off and drains down to the pond. Everything on my land, whether it be in that direction or this direction or this direction, drains that way. Everything drains toward the pond and then goes around through a creek to the front of my property and exits and goes under the road. But what I did was bring the majority of it up right in here where it's clean and new dirt you're looking at. Over here, didn't get smoothed out as well because I'm so close to that fence. Had to even use the excavator to get me to pull some of it away from the fence. But that right there was, oh shoot, that was probably down on this side of the fence, was down in some places 6 or 8 inches, maybe a foot. So I tried to fill that in where it wasn't just a drop like that it kind of tapered off. The dirt helped with that. Right in here, all this was come off this bank and dropped pretty drastic. I filled all that. All that's probably 12 inches or so deep of dirt that I put in it. Right here on this side of that little pond there, I've got a place that was falling off real hard, and I just put some dirt in that. And on the back side of the pond, I had a place where it's the low part of this pond and water drains off the back of it when it gets full. And it had eroded quite a bit. Didn't see that till the other day. And fill that in with some of this dirt. So all I'm saying is, don't lament the fact that your pond is going dry. Use it for projects. Use that dirt for projects. And you know, it's just kind of a way of instead of lamenting, instead of griping about it, instead of thinking, you know, oh, me, oh woe is me, it's just a way to kind of go in there and take some of the things you have and again, turn lemon into lemonade. Good, just a good way to use some dirt, even when your pond is only that big, and it should be that big, because this pond will come way out into here when it's full. It's about at least 6 feet low right now, if not closer to 8 feet. So, and when it backs up way back. I mean, like back in here. So, and it's beautiful to look at. Not so pretty right now. It's a mud hole right now. Cows still enjoy it. They still get out there and take a bath every now and then. But it's just a mud hole right now. But lemons, lemonade. You know the drill. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the digging and the work and the tips I gave you not to get stuck when you're doing this work, and how to get out and how to do it right, and just improve your property. All right, I think that's it. We're gone.